After God rescued the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, He led them through the wilderness toward a new land. He had promised them a land full of good things. God didn't take them the shortest way, because He knew they weren't ready to face battles. So He took them the long way through the desert. But He didn't leave them alone. God was always with them. He led them by a cloud during the day and by fire at night. He gave them food from heaven called manna and brought water from a rock. God showed His power many times, but still, the people complained. When they were thirsty, they said, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die?" When they were hungry, they said they missed the food in Egypt even though they were slaves there. Still, God was patient. He wanted them to trust Him. He was teaching them to wait on His timing. After some time, they reached the edge of the promised land. God told Moses to send 12 men to spy out the land. The men came back with good news. The land was rich and full of fruit, but 10 of the spies were afraid. They said the people in the land were too strong and too big. Only 2 men, Joshua and Caleb, believed that God would help them win. The people listened to the fearful report and refused to go in. They said they wanted to go back to Egypt. They didn't trust God's promise. Because of their lack of faith, God said they were not ready to enter the land. That whole generation, everyone 20 years old and older, would wander in the wilderness for 40 years until they had all passed away. Only Joshua and Caleb would live to see the promised land. So the Israelites wandered. Year after year, they moved from place to place in the desert. God still took care of them. Their clothes didn't wear out. He still gave them food and water, but it wasn't the life He had planned for them. They had delayed their blessing because they didn't trust Him. In time, the next generation grew up. After 40 years, God brought the people once again to the edge of the promised land. This time, they were ready. They had learned to follow God, to believe His promises, and to wait on His timing. Sometimes we want things right away, but God knows when we're ready. The Israelites weren't ready to enter the land the first time because they didn't trust God. Fear held them back, but God was patient, and He gave them time to grow. Trusting God means believing His plan is better than ours, even when we don't see it right away. The Israelites' journey was long, but God never left them. His presence, His provision, and His promises stayed with them the whole way. When we wait on God and follow Him, we'll see that His timing is always right.